Do you like playing ESO, doing PvP, making lots of friends? Well, guess what? You're in the right place. Pet builds! That's right, you fucking guessed it. It's Montage here, and I am back to show everyone that I am not dead from YouTube. Yeah, it's been like 2 years. Okay, whatever. Fuck off. It's fine, but here, you know what? We're playing ESO, we're doing PvP, and we're gonna do some fun off-the-fuck meta builds. You know why? I just hate when I'm looking at builds and stuff, and everyone's like, oh yeah, say use the same 5 abilities on Stam, Nightblade, Magicka Nightblade, Stam DK, blah blah blah. You guys get the point. I'm trying to bring some flavor to this game, just try to do my own little unique build, not many people try to stray away from the quote-unquote meta, and do their own thing. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. So I'm on the Thieves Guild PTS, and yeah, it is what the name says in the video. Pet builds. We are actually going to attempt this shit. The world is not fucking ready for how cancerous and dumb this build is. So, do you have absolutely no PvP skill at all? Well, guess what? I don't. And somehow I'm getting this shit to work. I don't know how, but it is. So, I'm going to make this super simple, quick, and we'll get right into it. So, here are my stats right here. We are at 35 max Magicka, 20k health, 1600 roughly Magicka recovery, and around like 2k spell damage. These stats are not anything to write home about. Like, you're not gonna like blow anyone's minds by doing this. This build's super achievable, and the fact that it is so that it works is just stupid and cancerous. So let's just get right into it. So let's go to skills. On our bar, this is a pet build, and it has like a little, has some tricks up its sleeve, trying a little something new. So we run Inner Light, the Max Magicka, Major Prophecy. Those are now passive, and the active. What's cool about it is basically the Nightblade killer. It reveals them, and on top of that, it can't let them go back into stealth for 5 seconds. That's stupid. The new Mage Light it should be on like every single build. Granted, I just totally ranted about the fact that I hate using the same abilities and shit, but you know what? Fuck it. We're sellouts. Okay, so anyways, let's go to Daedric Prey. Obviously, this is a pet build, so this is kind of the standard. Everyone normally kind of goes with the Malicious Curse, and that makes sense. It doesn't more, blah blah blah. But we're running pets here, so we're gonna go run Daedric Prey. Makes all your pets do 55% more damage. Your Storm Atronach doing 40% more damage. Yeah, that it is what it is. You're gonna want to keep this up on them at all times, and then it pops, reapply it, blah blah blah, rinse, repeat. It's a super simple build. So this is kind of where the build gets a little interesting. So I'm running Frost Clench right now with the Maelstrom Ice Staff, and this is kind of where it's like this is actually kind of the key component of this build. So if you look at it, it has the 6.5 immobilize to it, and what's kind of nice about that is it's going to make stamina people, Magicka people even too, drain it, because they're always going to be breaking out of it. It just like freezes them in place, and it's super annoying. But the whole point of this ability is that you going to be constantly spamming this. Oh my gosh, there's a fucking Smurf fucking my throat right now. Cool. So anyways, you're going to annoy them the piss out of people with this. It's the absolute most dumb ability ever, especially in duels. But obviously you have your 2 pets where Summon Twilight Tormentor. This is the new morph that they gave to the Winged Twilight. It used to be where it healed you, and I think they still have that. And then one that gave you Minor Intellect, where it like boosted your Magicka recovery. Well, they removed that one, and they brought this one, and they also changed around other ones. So now pets, they're kind of cool. They have special abilities. Obviously, you have them out like you see. They're toggleable. They'll always follow you around. But now, if you reactivate the ability while they're out, they use a special move, and in this case, it is does 50% more damage with people above 50% health, and it does that for 15 seconds, which is it's a lengthy bonus. So that's you're gonna be using that to kind of whittle them down. That with Volatile Familiar, it used to be where you when they were next to something, when they die, they would explode. and do 10% of your max magic. So kind of the meta with pet builds before, dare I say meta and pet build in the same sentence, but yeah, the kind of standard protocol before was you would just max out as much magic as you could, and then just run them by people, explode them on them, and it would you could hit like 10k damage. It was kind of stupid, but that since then changed. Now it does this sort of like pulsating thing where it does like 3 pulses every 2 seconds for 4 seconds. And on the third one, second or third, or whatever, it stuns them for 3 seconds. So if we go back to our Frost Clench here, you're immobilizing this. It's almost a 7 second, 6.5. Then with a 3 second stun with this. Then with your Atronach, obviously this will stun them as well. You're gonna have a good amount of CC with this build. It's really, you lock people down and just let the pets just absolutely wail on them the entire time. So going over to our other bar, we have obviously the pets to keep them up, but it's we use Streak. It's just kind of a standard Sork thing, really good defensive ability, but the main part of it is use Streak, obviously, because I want it to be where you have the Frost Clench, the Volatile Familiar, the Atronach, and then the Streak as well. So you have all of this stupid amounts of CC to just to keep them where you want them, and just let the pets wail on them. Healing Ward and Hardened Ward, shield stacking, it's just too stupidly OP to pass up, which I hate myself for saying those words. But yeah, so and then I have Ice Comet just because I kind of wanted to revolve the build around just frost damage, because who the fuck uses that in PvP? Absolutely no one. No one uses that. It's pointless. But we're trying to change the game here, so I don't really use this as much because it's way much more fun to see your pets out doing more damage, obviously with the synchronization with your Daedric Prey. Now, what I love about this build is you're running Twilight Tormentor, Volatile Familiar, Atronach, and since now, great segue over into our item sets, we're using Maul of the Infernal as well. So you have potentially at one point 4 pets up, all wailing on this one dude, or female, I don't discriminate, who just cannot move. If all 4 of these. Now, they gave Maul of the Infernal an update. It used to be where they just sat rooted and they would attack something, breathe fire, and it was absolutely the most unpractical thing of all time. With the PTS on the Thieves Guild update, they run around, they attack people, they breathe fire on people, and it's really funny to see this motherfucker just hunt people down and absolutely sink his teeth in everyone. So you have all 4 of your pets, and I still need to do testing. I don't know if Maul, if that procs with your Daedric Curse or not, which, because it just says your pets. With the 40%, it says that's specific for Storm Atronach, but with the other ones, it just says pets. So I'm not exactly sure if that procs with Maul of the Infernal, but if he does even 40% more, he's actually, it's just all of this raised damage on these is stupid. So for my 5-piece here, I'm running Julianos. This is the PTS, so I am not in... Oh, fuck me. I am not in possession of Elemental Succession. I feel like that would make this build maybe a little bit more effective. I'm not totally sure on that. More to come on that. But, yeah, for the sake of the PTS, we're running Julianos, just raise spell damage. Yay. Willpower, pretty standard. I have Magicka Recovery on those because you kind of want good Magicka Recovery with this build. I mean, just PvP in general. It's kind of good to have that. Maelstrom Ice Staff, Maelstrom Resto Staff. With this build, they are not, it's not necessary to even have Maelstrom stuff. Like, yeah, it would make it better, but it's stupid good how it works. With just all these surprisingly low damage stuff. Kind of one thing to note with the Thieves Guild is that dots is kind of back. It's not the meta, like it's not the absolute best you could go, but like dot builds can work now. If you notice with the new Magicka Dragon Knight buffs, dots are kind of they're back in action. So, but yeah, that's basically it with the build. You just kind of you just hit them with your frost clenches. Let your pets wail on them. Keep your Daedric prey up at all times. You can kind of use your Atronach as an execute. But other than that, that is honestly it. Have some fun with this build, guys. Really, like, I want to bring some flavor to ESO PvP. I really do. But other than that, I'll just be showing you some some videos of this build in action, just me dueling other people. So without further ado, have a great one. Bye! Also, I forgot to mention this. Doing champion points is super simple. Literally, you just go full spell and frost damage, then you go split, reduce, and regen for magic, and then you just kind of split your defenses and then pump a lot in Bastion, and that's it.
One family in the soul.